We're continuing to follow the breaking news from Santa Monica Community College right near Los Angeles. One person confirmed dead. We don't know if the shooter is that person or a victim is that person. We're following what's going on. We know that 4 people have been admitted to local hospitals. 2 are listed in critical condition, 1 in serious condition, 1 in good condition. Miguel Marquez is on the scene for us. Miguel, I understand you have an eyewitness.
Yeah, this is Jason Garrett. I want to chat with him because I chatted with you a little while ago. You actually saw the shooter, is that correct?
I saw the shooter. There were shots in the library, and I saw him coming around and walking towards the other end of campus. He was dressed all in black.
You said he had a vest on.
Yeah, it looked like it was a tactical vest.
Something that would protect him from gunfire.
Right, and he was dressed all in black.
Were they BDU or fatigue-like black
Yeah, they
clothing?
were definitely like that. Where he can carry multiple things. They had pockets, all the way down.
And then did you see him fire the gun?
I heard, actually, when he went the other way. I heard shots in the library, and then I heard rapid shots after that.
And you're a gun enthusiast. You fired an AR-15 before. You know the gun.
Yeah,
and you believe that's what he.
Yeah.
And an AR-15 is the M16, the civilian version of the M16, so
Right.
It looks very much like a military weapon. Yes.
Right. That's exactly what it looked like.
How can you be so sure it was that gun?
I was close enough to see it from behind, and he lowered it, and he was just started walking slowly to the other end of campus, so you could see it. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it was the AR-15.
How many gunshots did you hear total?
Over 3. I heard at least 3. I don't, remember exactly. I was trying to, get people out and try to get people to calm down.
Yeah.
And then I went to try to get one of my friends out of class.
You've just spoken to one of your friends who's still locked down on campus.
Yes.
What did they say?
She's in the gym right now area, and they have it completely locked down. The teacher is trying to get people to meditate and relax. She just told me now, a few seconds ago, that the officers have been knocking on the door and they've slid their badges underneath, and then they've told them, you're about to come out. Everybody's hands on their, raise your hands and everything like that.
Yeah.
So,
do you know how many people are in the gym right now?
She said about 15.
15. Must be very frightening. The suspect, did you get a good enough look to be able to identify him?
From behind, I saw him turn, and he looked like he was Asian, but I'm not 100%. Another friend of mine is still in lockdown as well in a different building, and one of the students in that class said that they saw him and that he was Asian. And I saw them bring out somebody and put them in the back of the car, and he was Asian and dressed all in black.
That person was injured, or that person was alive and well?
He didn't look injured when they brought him out, but it was,
Did anybody say that they saw more than one shooter, or did you see more than one?
They did, actually. Another friend of mine who's in another class told me that that one of her friends saw or, heard that it was 2 shooters on campus.
Yeah, but not very clear. You're hearing, there's a lot of, these situations happen, and there's a lot of confusing information.
Right, sure. And everybody is, obviously very, stressed and tense.
This happens so many places, it seems. Did you ever think it would happen to you?
No. And the thing about Santa Monica College, it's such a great campus, but in the last month we've had a suicide, a bomb threat, and a gunman, and now this in the span of about a month and a half. So it is something, unfortunately, that I know for me, that now I have I keep a much closer eye out as best I can, and it really affects, me and other students that we have to go through this.
Do you know how tall the suspect was?
I would say about 5'8", 5'9".
So not huge.
No.
Dark hair?
Dark hair.
And he seemed Asian, but you saw him. Why weren't you running? Why were you looking at him?
You know what? I'm stupid that way. I go towards helping people. It's just, how I'm in my DNA, and that's why I was, like I showed you earlier, I was jumping over, one of the brick walls to try to get to one of my friends, and then 2 SWAT officers kindly escorted me off campus.
Do you have any idea how many people are still on campus and locked down in different rooms?
I've talked to 2 of my friends, so I only know of 2 classes that are completely still locked down.
So 15 people in the gym. How many in the other class?
20 in the other class.
Must be terrifying in there. How are they doing?
They're holding up. I think think, when I talked to them, I was trying to calm them down, let them know what was going on out here. And, it seemed to be the flow of officers, they were walking around, checking in with one another, not running around. So I was just trying to calm both of them down as best I could.
Okay, Jason, Garrett, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wolf, I also want to show you this. What we see now, folks, down here now is these are witnesses that police are clearly allowing to go to take care of some personal needs, it seems. They have a lot of witnesses down here that they want to keep track of. And then there are still police coming into this area so they can go into the area around the school and check it all out and make sure that it is still safe. The helicopters are still up overhead. There doesn't seem to be a letdown in the concern here. We've just heard Jason say that there may be a second shooter in there. We are hearing that from a lot of people, but it's not very clear. The bus that was shot up, the big blue bus that was shot up, seems to have been at a different location than the school, very close to the school, and then the shooting at the school occurred. And I have from several witnesses that whoever was doing the shooting was dressed in black and had an assault-like weapon, as Jason says, who's familiar with the weapon, an AR-15, so the civilian version of the M16. That is the best information we have at the moment. We are expecting and hoping for an update from Santa Monica City any moment now. Wolf?
We see microphones right next to you over there. I assume that's where the local authorities will come and give us some more information. Is that right?
That is the hope. They are trying to move us. We were up closer to where those buses were earlier, and then they moved us back here, and now they're trying to move us out again because the problem that authorities have now is that there aren't many ways out of this neighborhood, so they've gotten those buses sort of stuck in there, and they want to get them out. It's going to be very difficult to get out of here now because not only are we here, but there's police cars and others who are behind us as well, so it's going to be very difficult to move all that out. I think that's why they've allowed so many of the witnesses now to sort of move out on their own, make phone calls, go to the restroom if necessary. They've been down here for a long time at the moment. And then we are hoping to hear from Sergeant Richard Lewis with Santa Monica City Police very soon. Clearly, they want to have their facts straight and as much information as possible, but there is a lot of concern throughout the area that there might be another shooter. We also, strangely enough, have this second incident of a house fire and 2 people dead in that house fire near the school. There were reports that there were somebody who shot up the house. There were bullet holes on the house, and then the house was set on fire, and then this incident occurs. In this day and age, you would think, well, it's just, it's possibly just happenstance, but in this day and age, you realize that there may be 2 things going on at the same time. So, the bus shooting, the house fire, and then the shooting here at Santa Monica campus, all cause for concern. It seems that there are more questions than answers at the moment, Wolf.
Yeah, we'll see what the connections are between the shooting on the campus, the shooting at that bus, the 2 people dead in a house fire. Fortunately, the President of the United States, who was in Santa Monica earlier in the day, he's now aboard Air Force One, leaving LAX for his next stop, Palm Springs, to meet with the new Chinese president. So he's out of the area. We have no idea. There's no reason to believe whatsoever that any of these incidents in Santa Monica had any connection with the president's being there earlier in the day for a political fundraiser and some other events. We'll take a quick break. Much more of the breaking news right after this.